Within this blog, you will find some important tips on how to implement an effective local SEO strategy for a construction business. So be sure to check out the full article online. Okay, so let's begin. Constructing a winning local recipe for your construction business might be daunting, but it also is definitely not as serious as you may think it is. So if you're a construction owner or you're working within a construction business and looking for ways to create lead generation, we're going to go through some quick tips. And again, as I mentioned, the full article will be online. So just be sure to check it out because there's a lot more bullet points that are there and a lot more tips given with each bullet point itself. So it's tips that you can take away and go ahead and use right out the gate. So just be sure to share it with others so that they can also use the source. All right, so the first bullet point that I'm going to go over, because again, within the audio, I'm not going over everything. Better lead conversion. This portion here is beneficial in terms of comparing to general searches. So local searches have a better lead conversion record. It is estimated that nearly half of the people who run a local search on their phones visit the search business the same day. Statistically, reports also suggest that about 18% of local searches on the phone convert into a purchase decision within a single day. So of course, this is just common sense. You have a local construction business, or let's not look at construction for a second. You need to buy alcohol or something, right? So you go online and you look up the nearest place to you. So of course, there's a good chance you're going to show up to that store or contact them first to find out if they have it, and then go right into going to the store, as opposed to a general search. You look it up. I'm looking for alcohol, but you haven't put, alcohol near me or alcohol in Brooklyn. You just typed in alcohol. Google is going to shoot back majority of the spots that are close to you. But again, they usually ask you first, can we turn on the location so that we can find the spots closest to you rather than just general locations that have what you search for, which is alcohol. So local search terms, those are how Google steps in by asking you to turn on the location so that they could find places close to you. So you, as a running the marketing section of a construction business, or a construction owner running the marketing section to get leads, these are the steps that you have to keep in mind once you're looking for local search terms to target. All right, the next up is clients' accessibility to useful information. Okay, so within this portion here, basically a good strategy would have to be creating a Google My Business, filling out the necessary fields mentioned above, because it's pretty much self-explanatory. They give you all this stuff there. And then, of course, keeping things very simple. So publish, and then you're going to wait for the verification of your local shop. Once you get it, then you pretty much go ahead, and this is where the next bullet point I'm going to talk about comes in handy. So before we jump into that bullet point, it's Google My Business. You just type it in on Google. Once you type it in, it will pretty much just bring up to log in, log in with your Gmail, and then you'll be set up to start doing the Google My Business. So within the post itself, there's also a post that shows on the right-hand side Hennigan Construction. So that's just a Google My Business listing, how it will be shown up. Okay. So the next bullet point would be relevance. Here within relevance, as with any search engine optimization practice, search engines look at how relevant a page is to the keyword that user typed in. So right after I read that, it's, again, pretty self-explanatory to explain this to you as the business owner of a construction business, or someone that works within the marketing department of a construction business. So what I mean by relevance It's basically what your business is servicing, what you're offering is where you want to make sure that Google understands that. So as we talked about general and local search terms, it goes right into this portion because now you kind of have to get a little bit more specific and just have a general idea um, of how you want to be perceived online. Obviously, you would want what you do offline to be shown online. So keep it simple. Use the same idea of what you're servicing, or if you're doing a whole bunch of stuff, just focus in on what brings in the most money. So you can start there, or if you want to push what doesn't bring in the most money, you can start your search term there. So for instance, a website optimized for home construction will appear first on pertaining keyword searches in comparison to a website optimized for other related keywords such as construction services, affordable construction services, etc. So basically, it just depends on what it is that you're offering. So to become relevant, begin working on a content calendar based on your expertise or on changing trends within the field. So you're not only going to create content, you're also going to create content on changing trends. So you're going to position yourself as an authority within new things that are coming up, new things that are happening within the construction industry, and how it can benefit or make things worse for you, my other local construction companies. You get what I'm saying? So that kind of general way of going about looking for the right search terms or positioning your business in terms of relevance is where you want to go, because once you start doing the content calendar, this is how you show your expertise, not just in the main field or the main point that you're trying to push, or again, the main item or service you're trying to push, but also, look, I sell other stuff as well. So here's the knowledge I know about these as well. So that's what I mean. The next thing would be how to leverage or implement local SEO for building and construction. So this portion within the article, it goes even deeper into other ways how you can go ahead and make sure that you keep yourself relevant. The setup is quick and you know what you're focusing on, so that once Google sees it, they also will know what you're focusing on, and you just keep churning out content from there. And again, it doesn't have to be articles, it could be videos, it could be your guys doing a quick work. You pretty much, you can create it in any kind of way, but it has to be engaging for people to want to stick around and watch, not just focusing on people that are within the industry or are interested in getting, the new information, but just a regular Joe Schmo like me. I'm not in the construction industry, but if I'm looking for a guy to do a specific thing or a woman to do a specific job, I'm looking for them to be able to tell me a little bit about what it is that they're about to do. That way I at least have some confidence that, okay, you at least know your field. Okay. All right. So the next portion within the how to leverage or implement local SEO for building and construction would have to be local keyword selection. So any specific SEO campaign begins with shortlisting the right keywords. So when competing with other local building and local construction companies, it is important to list down the right keywords that showcase the services offered by your company. So the first thing you may want to do is use free keyword search tools, Google Search, Google Keyword Planner. There's a whole bunch of other keyword planner tools, as well as Google Search, SEMrush. Those three alone is different keyword search tools. So Google Search. All right, first, just to name those three. The last two, Google Keyword Planner and SEMrush, gives you a step-by-step assistance so you can quickly understand what's going on. And then they go deeper into giving you more information in terms of, in-depth metrics, month, where a keyword is doing well or a competitor is beating you out for this, that, and the third. So go to the suggestion section and check what questions are being asked around your topic. These questions and statements are geared towards keywords that will be beneficial. So for instance, the Google search, this is where you're using this suggestion. So you will go on Google, you will type in your what you sell, for instance, and just scroll down and look at what the competitors are sharing. Also, mainly look at the suggestions. What are people asking, and what topics are being discussed. So within that suggestion section, you'll be able to see topics that you can focus in and gather up the right type of keywords, especially if it's around your relevancy in terms of what it is that you're trying to push first and foremost on the site, as opposed to just the service that you're trying to push. Okay. On the other hand, research intent keywords are those which demonstrate that the person is interested but not ready to hire someone right away. So these keywords can be high on CPC, or basically cost per click. So this can be found when you are on Google keyword search tool. You will see the exact acronym CPC. Under that, you will see the cost people are willing to pay to be seen for that keyword. So this is perfect way to know the true intent of a keyword. Try to avoid going overboard with the use of keywords. In fact, crawler bots have become smart enough to detect keyword stuff, and so just be careful when you're adding in your keywords. Just add it once within the title, add it once within your first header tag or just the headline, add it once somewhere within the article, and then another time at the bottom. So maybe like 3-4 times you'll be adding the keyword within the page, so keeping away from it being too stuffy. Next up would be rack up online reviews. So of course we all know online reviews are very, very important. So the more reviews you can get is the more candid your business look, the transparency, and it shows, okay, look, we are actually good at what we do because there's tons of people coming to us. So the best way to get reviews, you could go ahead and ask your current customers. You could go ahead and once you have like a small space online starting to go ahead, you could ask those people as well. So right now, seeing as how you don't have any start yet, local outreach is the best bet. Have your staff members leave a review, and let them be unbiased. So literally almost like they're coming from the standpoint of someone not working there, and if they were to shop there, what would their experience be based on what they've seen customers deal with, stuff like that. So they could come off from that standpoint. Those are just some quick ways how you can get people to quickly start to leave reviews. Of course, there's some online, and those tips again will be shared within the blog post itself, so be sure to check it out. All right, so in conclusion, ask satisfied customers to write reviews, look at the relevancy of the keywords, focus on what your main focus is, or if you don't currently have a main focus for your store, you could just start to jot down where the biggest sales comes from. Is it during a certain month? Is it a certain product? Does time frame matters? All that type of stuff. And then once you jot those down, you will start to get your relevancy going. Then you'll be able to generate the keywords you're looking for, and then from there you'll be able to start generating some type of leads from your online business while you're focusing on what's important. So no matter how strong an inbound marketing campaign may be, or how user-friendly a construction website may be, local SEO strategies, if implemented in the correct manner, can help broaden the target audience group.